All right, guys, we're back for another Dokkan Battle video. So we got an announcement here. Pretty interesting. Super Dragon Ball Hero collaboration commemoration Dokkan Battle news to be released. So on November 4th, oh, this is a holiday? I'll have to ask Resh about that. They're gonna give us information about the campaign with Dragon Ball Heroes on the 4th. Now, okay. One thing I should mention is that this is not typically where the Heroes characters release, right? So Lord Slug comes out tonight. He comes out at 1 a.m. tonight, right? 1 a.m. is just kind of the new banner time we have going. Whoops, wrong thing. It's a schedule. 1 a.m. is just the new, just the new banner time. I mean, I feel like that's a good time. So Lord Slug comes out tonight, right? I don't think Heroes is next week. I don't think so. Heroes typically isn't even this third week of November, but it's usually here, right? November is typically the driest month of the year. Global players haven't really felt this for many years because usually this is right around where like the thank you celebration happens, but typically November is kind of like the worst, month of the year. Now, I do think Global could drop Jiren and the final remaining content that is not on Global Dokkan. They could easily drop this here in November. I think November is a good time to do that. And then we move into December of 2024 with everything on both versions. I think that works really well. And then we'll have a Carnival banner and we'll have a dual Dokkan Fest in December, right? So I think, I mean, I guess it's just going to be a little bit of a sneak peek. Global probably will get Jiren maybe this week right here. I'd say there's a good chance. Whereas JP is going to probably have almost nothing like usual. Again, this is usually the worst celebration of the year. This is the celebration typically for Global. If you guys, to give you guys context, this is the start of March celebration for Global leading into Saiyan Day is typically what this celebration is. There's almost nothing usually that comes from this celebration. That's why even the data download was pretty light. The Lord Slug data download was not very heavy. So I think we're going to see these characters on the 4th. Maybe some details about the campaign and stuff like that. But I don't know that I don't think they're coming out until like the 20th, right? But I guess they wanted to give Lord Slug like a week to breathe. Usually in years past, we have already known what the Heroes characters were going to be because they typically do show them a little early when Dragon Ball Heroes has its anniversary live stream, which happens in October. But this year, there was no Heroes live stream because Heroes ended. And now it's, Super Dragon Ball Divers. So we'll see. I don't know what the status of Dragon Ball Heroes in Dokkan is after this year. There is still infinite characters that they could put in Dokkan from Dragon Ball Heroes. I mean, we have stuff like Super Saiyan 3 Vegito, Super Saiyan 3 Gogeta. I pulled up a couple of characters that I would personally love to see as part of this Heroes batch. I'm not super sure what we're going to see, and I don't even know that I could do really the best guesses. I do think we could take a good look at what the upcoming EZAs are going to be. It should be the God Trunks batch, right? So like God Trunks and Meki Cabra. Meki Cabra, by the way, is going to be a demon character. Should work pretty well with Slug. As long as they don't give some of these Heroes demon characters like really nasty like crossover or hero restrictions, they could be pretty good on Slug's team. This is something we've seen in years past, by the way, where sometimes either the Halloween or the end of November Dokkan Fest pairs really well with the Heroes characters. We've seen this quite a few times, right? So, all right, so they announced this on the 4th. We're going to be getting this is a YouTube video, which is going to show us, details, related to the actual celebration itself. And then here there is an in-game news notice for this as well. Okay, so it's going to be 9 p.m. Eastern time for me on the 3rd, which is, again, just in a couple of days. That's on Sunday. So this is not very far away. that we're actually going to be getting all these details and stuff like that. Okay, perfect, perfect. So we'll see on the 3rd. We should get, again, characters, maybe events. This might be the final Heroes celebration ever, but right now, we don't know. Either they could be doing this for years to come, or this is the last one ever. We don't know. We don't know. I did notice, so I looked in, so they've got this here in Dokkan. This is on Global. They've got like a teaser to getting like tickets for the dub, which I think is pretty interesting. Dragon Ball Daima. Shout out to Daima, of course. Okay, so this is nothing. I didn't need this up, or this, or this. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is kind of like the batch of Heroes characters that we're going to be dipping into this year, right? So, like remember, 2021, we had a huge, just slog of characters, all these characters. The main summonable ones, of course, being God Trunks, Mechikabra, and Xenopan will be getting their EZAs. Okay, so God Trunks, I mean, on the Heroes team, he'll probably be pretty good. But off of the Heroes team, I don't know. I mean, remember, we know how they operate with EZAs at this point, guys. They keep the spirit of the character the same. So, God Trunks is going to be getting his EZA, and I mean, this is still going to be there. Damn, dude. It's just that these kids, okay, so if you're a global player, keep in mind that the explosive JP power creep for the Heroes characters is going to be existing. Typically in the anniversary, we get, the hardest fight in the game every year, shows up in the anniversary, which will likely power creep whatever strength the Dragon Ball Heroes characters are going to have. So there's God Trunks. Mechikabra. Now, this is a little bit intriguing because he, of course, is a demonic power character. So now, all of a sudden, and Mechikabra's big bad bosses as well. So it's like, maybe this guy could actually be pretty decent on Slug's team. Slug is very good, and his team is very good. Because, I mean, I've spent, a while sucking off, like, Beast Gohan and Carnival Tech Broly. Why, chat? Because you could just kind of toss them into any team, and like what they do, what they provide to the team, like they could still do just tossed into pretty much any team. So you have them there, and LR Janemba, so you have the two best villains in the game are on Slug's team, Janemba and Tech Broly. And then, Slug has a good link set, a good like bridge link set for a lot of different archetypes of villains. There's a reason. Oh, thank you, Adblock. There's a reason. Oh, whoa, spoilers. Whoa. There's a reason why we've, like, you guys have heard me mention I'd love a Lord Slug Dokkan Fest a million times, and now we got him, and he kicks ass. It's not really too shocking. I mean, they made him good. Like, he does seem to be way better than Vegeta, but, I mean, whatever. All right, so Mechikabra could be very interesting with his EZA. Because, I mean, unless they give him restrictions, I mean, he could be cooking. His HP regen is going to be crazy next to Slug as well. And then, what is the character? It's like Angela and Meta Matcha. Yeah, Angela and Meta Matcha. Okay. That's what the character is, of course. So there's that. And then Xenopan could be pretty interesting for Dragon Ball Hero characters. Xenopan could be good even off of the Dragon Ball Hero team, too, because, remember, she does just have her dodge. So Xenopan could be a very elite character. Very easily, we could see that. In terms of big-time, characters I'd love to see, kind of like this, Evolution Blue Gogeta, I think would be super fire. I mean, maybe I'm kind of just, going towards, the fusions, but a lot of these fusion characters I think would be sick. Super Saiyan 4 Kaioken Gogeta, obviously, would be super, this is the type of shit that gets, butts in seats and credit cards swiped. Right, is characters like this. And then we obviously have Blue Kaioken Vegito as well. This is the type of stuff that's really fun that they could do. I thought maybe the universal God Tree absorbed, Blue Goku as well. Maybe could be another option that they do. Some, really impressive looking Saiyan character I think could be really cool. So I don't know. We'll see what the characters are going to be. There's going to be a lot of EZAs, you know, like usual. The Heroes data download typically is one of the largest data downloads of the year, where there's just a monster flood of these Heroes characters. And we'll see if this ends this year or if it's going to continue on. So let me know what you guys think. We're going to get Heroes news in only a few short days.